of post-pregnancy. So these exercises can be done for those that suffer with the middle region problems, but it doesn't mean you can't do Pilates. It just means that these areas need to be careful and watched. So if you know someone that maybe had those conditions, this is one to share with them. This will be uploaded to YouTube later so they can have a look at them as well. For those that are suffering and have joined me this morning, you just need something to lay on, so a mat or the sofa will do, but you may want something under your head, so a pillow or a block if you have a Pilates block. I'm just going to adjust the screen just slightly so you can see me on the floor, so bear with me one sec and you should be able to see me now. Okay, so first thing I want you to do from here is just stretch. So we're going to take a deep breath out. Lift your arms up as high as you can and turn to the side and then come down. So I'm going to bend down so you can see that. So you're going to stretch up, stay standing, stretch down. And we're going to do this for 4 deep breaths in, stretch up and deep breaths out. And if you are doing this standing, don't bend down. This is just so I can get the camera right in a minute for when we go down. And out breath, and again in breath up, deep breath out, and one more, in breath and up, and out breath down. Now while you're standing, just twist around the top of the body, so right to left on the arms, and therefore working through your back and shoulders. Now anyone can do this upper body, but the more you get the arms further back, so you're trying to get one hand in line with the other, so front hand in line with the back. Can you see that? You're twisting through the shoulders and your waistline. So if you have got a problem with the tummy and back, it won't affect the waistline as you twist. We're going to do 2 more of those, and we're going to do 1 more here. Now we're going to roll the shoulders back, so nice big shoulder roll. So we're going to do about 4 of those, and then you're going to roll towards me, so shoulder rolls coming forwards. Now if you can, just turn the chin from left to right. We've done these before, working on the back of the neck. I have had quite a few people just text me recently saying their neck and back are sore. A good exercise to do this and to make them feel better. And 2 more either way. And then we're going to go chin circles from one shoulder to the other, working through the neck as you lift and stretch through the back of the neck as you make a rainbow or half shape, half circle with the neck. So again, you can do this standing, or you can do this sitting. 2 more. Last one. Now bring the eyes towards me and bring your arms in front. We're going to turn the palms to the ceiling and down. So you're stretching through the shoulders and hands. Easy exercise. And again, anyone can do these. So stretching up to ceiling and down. And do 5 more of those. And then we're going to take them out, so palms facing the ceiling, palms down, but opening through the shoulders and chest. I'm going to do 6 of those. So again, working through those arms. Now, don't worry, don't kneel if you've just joined me. Do this standing. It's just so that you can see me laying down in a minute with the mat. So again, all you'll need today is a sofa, bed, or mat on the floor. 2 more. So we're going to bring those palms to ceiling and to me, and now take the arms down but roll the shoulders back again for 2. Now I'm going to bring your arms in what we call bow and arrow, so lengthening the arms forwards, draw a deep breath in, pull back the elbow and turn the chin to face it, but don't move the hips, so the hips are helping your back to strengthen. Just turn the neck, release the arrow, take a deep breath in again, pull back, reach the chin towards the elbow. Deep breath out as you release the bow, so pull back the arrow again, release the bow. We're going to do 6 more on each arm. More on each side. So those that have just joined me, bow and arrows here, and you should be standing or sitting on a chair to do this. 1 more. Now release and bring your arms down. Now roll the shoulders back again. Now what I want you to do is draw them up and bring them down. So this is up towards the ceiling and down. So elevation and depression is the movement. So we're going to do 6 of those. Nice work. Easy stretches. And then we're going to bring you onto your mat, bed or sofa by laying on your side. It doesn't matter which side you're on, just make sure the side is comfortable. Now if you've got a hip problem, place the pillow under the hip. And we're going to demo that now. So I'm just going to make sure you can see me all right. So going on to the side, easier without any shoes on. So I'm just going to pop mine off. And then once you're on your side, the pillow should be protecting your hips or the head. So if you can't go up onto the elbow, you're here. But I'm going to go onto my elbow so you'll be able to see me there, and we're going to place the other one in front. Now this small exercise, bringing the knee to the chest and away, stretching through the top leg as you push away, pointing the toes, is going to help with the knee and hip, also work into your lower back. Now again, if you've got a tummy problem, this isn't affecting the tummy. You'll feel a slight pull on the stretch out with the leg, but this mainly is leg work and upper arms. So we're just going to go up and down. So again, working through the hip. Now these are really easy exercises to do. So if you've got someone that's maybe slightly older or with an injury, again, they can do this on a bed or sofa, just by laying there. Now if you are slightly overweight, another really good exercise to be able to move the joints. And if you have a poorly knee or hip, perfect for strengthening any joint or cartilage issues. I'm going to do 4 more. You should feel an ache across the hip now. Now working into the bow and bottom, we're going to bring the heel backwards, hold it there. So you'll feel a tension, but it's a good tension because it's strengthening the muscles. And then you're going to bring the knee forward and just holding it there, and then stretching the leg. Watch the knee if it's sore. We're going to go again. So pull back, bent knee, to me, hold, straight leg. I'm going to do 6 of those. So pull back, hold, stretch, lengthen. Now if you are on the sofa, just watch on the stretch back that you're not kicking the back of your sofa, but a good stretch on the front leg. And if you find this difficult, don't worry if the knee won't straighten or if it's too much for you, just do what you can. Nice. And we're going to do 2 more of those. So nice easy stretches. Now for those gone back to work today, you might be doing this last thing at night. Another really good opportunity to do your exercise before bed. So you might want to repeat this later, for it will help you to sleep better. Now we're going to hold that leg there, and you're going to pulse the leg. Can you see that towards the head? Now you'll feel a slight pull on the tummy, but that's a good thing because you are working the slower tummy muscles, or slowly on the tummy muscles without hindering. And then we're going to pull back, so gently stretching. Watch the knee on this one. You may want to hold leggings if you can't reach the foot, and gently bring the heel to the bottom. Now thrust the hips forwards. Bring the feet together, hand in front, into clam. We did these yesterday, but these are really good for back and hip problems. And honestly, I can't stress this enough. If you were to do this every day, you would help to reduce the inflammation in a bowel problem, and also you would work your hip. So if you're suffering with a hip joint problem, cartilage isn't very good, or just painful, and inflammation inside the joint, this is one that's going to help that. So push the hip forwards and feel the work again through the bottom and your knee. And we're just doing 10 of these, so 4 more. Again, if you're watching this video back, you may decide that you want to do this 6 to 8 times, or you may want to double up. Now again, stretching through the leg, and we're going to reach for the leg above the head. Again, if this hurts the tummy, keep the knee bent and it won't hurt, but the stretch on the back of the leg will lengthen the bottom. And just like yesterday, we're going to bring the other leg out to the side and hold that position. Now ideally, I'd like to do scissors, but this will hurt the tummy or back if you have a condition. So rather than scissor here, if you were to gently lay down, you can actually scissor without any problems on the back. So I'm going to demo that. So my head coming down, and you're just going to scissor forward and back. Now if you don't have a problem with things mentioned, at the beginning of the class, then just sit up to scissor. Now try and keep the knees straight as you scissor. This will really work the leg on top especially, but also in the tummy muscles, so you must be careful. Lay down if you're one of these people that can't take the strain on the core, and also if you're pregnant. Just doing 2 more of those, and then we're going to draw the knees down, rest the top leg, and then swap over. So we're going to go to the other side or roll over, whichever is good for you. So I'll teach you that again. So the first thing you're going to do is stretch the legs. So we're bringing the heel to the bottom. Again, watch it if you've got a poorly knee. Hold there for 2 breaths. And again, if you can't lay in this position, place the head on your block or pillow. Feeling the work through the back. And then from here, bring your feet together. And we're going to bend the leg and straighten like we did on the other leg. And we just did 10 of these. So again, 10 bent. Knees back, and then straight legs in front. Now as you straighten the leg and point the toes, you should feel a stretch on the back and glute muscles. So in fact, it's not hurting the tummy at all. Maybe slightly in the leg, but that's what I'm looking for, so the leg muscles, but you will feel a strengthening on the lower back. I bumped into someone the other day on a walk. She says, oh, I can't do any of your classes, Lisa, my back's too bad. My advice to her would then be, although I didn't give it to her at the time, it was an afterthought, the more you do, the less back pain you will have. Believe me, I've suffered with my back for 20 years until I discovered Pilates. It was the only type of exercise that helped my back. So if you're weight gaining because your back is sore, it means you're not moving enough. All right, so I just want to think about food for thought there. So if you're not moving enough and you've got back pain, that will be the problem. And the more weight gain you have, especially in lockdown, the worse that back will feel. So please share this with those that suffer. So heel to the bottom, hold there, stretching on the front of the thigh. I'm going to go into clam from here. So again, lay down if you find this difficult. Up and down with that leg. We only did 10. Some of you, like I said, 8 to maybe your max, or you may want to go into 30 of them. Really feel that stretch through the inside of my hip, into my back and bottom. Again, no pain here on the tummy, all in the leg. Now, if you are suffering with a bit of a bad knee, don't worry. This is strengthening your knees because you're only opening with these muscles. And so therefore, the knees are not really having any impact. So lots of things to think about this morning, or this evening if you're playing back. We're going to do 6, that's 6 there. 8, 2 more, or if you're going to 10 like me, carry on for 4. You may want to double up this if it's boring. So if you're on playback, do as many as you need to do. Normally in my Pilates classes for intermediates, we do about 30 of these, so it's your choice of clam. And then we're going to release by stretching the leg. We did this on the other side and straightening the other. So there's my release there, feeling the lengthening through the legs. Now if you're having a bad morning and you're feeling and you're thinking, oh, I can't do anymore, I'm feeling really low, get on your bed and have a go at this. I promise you'll feel better. Now we're going to lay on your back now, so we're going to turn. You may need the ball or the band. If you don't have either, don't worry, you'll get some alternatives. So my head's going on a pillow, mine is the block. I'm going to place my ball between the knees, don't worry if you don't have one. And the first thing we're going to do there to avoid the tummy is keep the legs still. But we're going to work your upper abdominal muscles. So all I'm going to do is roll up and come back down. There's no hurting across the tummy. My back is nice and still in a neutral spine. It's just the upper body coming up and down. I will add, if you've got a poorly neck, then add your pillow or block widthways, yeah, and then roll up and down. Now you'll feel the upper abdominal muscles working. Keep the elbows nice and wide Again, you're not hurting down here because you're not using the legs, it's just upper abdominals. And this will also help you get the six-pack back if you've recently had a little baby. Not so good if you're pregnant to come all the way up, so you would do little ones. For those that don't have a problem with the tummy, we're going to increase that roll up, and we're going to do 20 of them. Now if it gets too much at any time, stop. So the ball there, I'm squeezing against my knees as well, so I'm actually working my thighs. You feel that through the top muscles? Nice work. We're halfway. Now I found if I did 20 of these a day, I always felt it as I did the hoovering and the sweeping the next day. So this might be my fault if you feel those muscles tomorrow, but you really well work them and you'll feel so much better for them. And again, doesn't matter if you've got a tummy bow condition, it will be hard. I'm not saying it won't be hard work, but it depends if you want to feel the muscles working and feel fitter after. So we've got 2 more to make 20 of them. You might have only just done 10. So to relieve the tummy muscles, we're now going to turn right to left. Now this is working in your back. So as you're twisting, not really stretching the tummy muscles. It's the side muscles or the obliques in the side of the body that are helping the waistline, if you like, twist left to right. And all I'm doing is working through my knees, but fantastic for your lower back. So if you're suffering with a lower back problem, it's usually, how do I say this without being rude, a little bit more weight gain on the tummy because it strains the back. And so this is going to work into the transverse abdominis muscles to stop the back hurting. Now if you're doing this on a bed, brilliant. Take the knees further down each time. You're on a sofa staying, you can watch TV doing this, but you're still stretching the muscles. Those recently getting over a little one and just had a baby, be careful on the lower muscles. So go to where you think, oh, can't do any more, that will do. But the ball there, stay in between the legs. We're going to do 2 more of those. Nice work. Now we're going to go back onto the side. I'm going to keep my ball there, but I'm going to go onto my elbow. You can lay your head on the pillow if you need to. Now working the back and bottom, we're going to do something called fishtail, where you use the back, do you see that, to lift the feet behind you. Now you don't have to have a ball there, but that's protecting the knees. And as you roll onto the hip, you'll feel a push on the top of the thigh. Now your tummy's not going anywhere on the mat. You will feel a pull in the back though, and that's what I'm looking for the back is strengthening here. Now if you're going, oh, that's hurting, it means you're going too far, so listen to your body. We're going forward and back. Now if you're finding this boring and you want more progression, take both knees to the mat and back. So you've got to gauge what's best for you. So do not do that if you're pregnant, yes? And it will hurt the bowel if you have a bowel problem, so don't go all the way down. So these are everyday exercises for those that suffer with those areas. For those that don't know anything about me personally, I have 5 kids, been through 5 pregnancies. Every one of them's really affected my back. I had all sorts of problems after having children. So it took me a long time to strengthen my back muscles. My bowel was completely ruined due to my middle child. So at times I have a problem with my bowel. So I completely empathise with those that suffer. And I've had 3 lots of knee surgery. So I totally get what you're suffering from as well. And we're going to change sides now. So fishtail again. So we're going to come onto one side. Make sure you're comfortable, and we're going to draw those knees forward and back. So working on your back. Again, if you're feeling, oh, that's hurting, going too far. So do listen to that. And we just did 10 on the other side. So put it back there. Feel that work through lower back. Doing really well this morning. We've just got 8 minutes left of this little tiny routine. So again, you could do this every day if you're suffering with a back problem or the other things mentioned. So we've got 4 more of these, and then we're going to do some knee bend swings. Now they always work fantastic on hips, back and bottom. So if you're thinking, oh, my tummy's really sore, I can't do roll ups, I can't do roll backs, then this is a good alternative to work your glute muscles in your bottom and strengthen your back. So we're going to remove the ball. and we're going to come up onto the shoulder, and we're going to go forward and back. Now I've done these on most Pilates exercises, so again, for those that are watching that are instructors, these are versions of the 101 John Pilates exercises that you'll originally find, and all of these are easier exercises for those that may be suffering. So if you've got maybe someone that's pregnant in your class, or someone that's got a bowel problem, this will be one you would share with them. Now it depends on how many you want to do of these. I like to do 30 of them. You may just want to do 20. You should start to feel your back now. Now I know, back problems can be really painful. So the further back your heel goes, the more dangerous it is. So don't go all the way back. If your back can be felt, stop. Don't go as far. But here as well, for those that suffer with knees and hips, you are working the joint, allowing the lubrication of the joint and the synovial fluid going into that area to work the cartilage. So actually you're strengthening the joint. So really good one for those areas. 4 more. And then we're going to do the last exercise on the other side. So we're going to bring the knees in, roll over. You could do all the exercises on one side if you're on playback later. So again, knee bent swings, and we're nearly there. Now the combination this morning, which has been lovely, of a very high cardiovascular aerobic class we started with, plus this easy stretching to work on muscle, will give you everything you need to get you through your day, or to help you sleep if you're watching this on playback. Now we're halfway, so we've just got 10 more left. Stay with me, we're nearly there, everyone. So again, I've avoided my tummy, worked in my back, no problems with the bowel here because the leg does the work. And just a reminder as well, if you were joining me at the beginning, bending the knees with me on bent knees, you don't need to copy that, just make sure you're standing. It's just for the camera purposes. 4 more. And now we're going to streamline the legs to cool down. So you're going to point the toes, go up, flex the heels, come down. So this is going to work inside and outside thigh, which is what I need, because they're the areas that I always weight gain on. I'll have you know, since Monday, I've been working really hard to lose the 5 pounds in weight. We've lost 4, got 1 pound to go, and we're only on Wednesday. So if you were to really concentrate on your eating program as well, being a nutritionist, I can actually help you with that. But a little tip would be, if in the morning, from the time you got up till lunchtime, if you drank 2 litres, even though you might be running to the loo, and help your system to get that digestion going, and added 5 pieces of fruit by 12 o'clock, I promise you, you will lose weight every single day. You'll be so full up by 12 o'clock, you won't want to binge. So take that little bit of dietary advice there. And we're going to do 2 more of those on the legs, and we're going to roll over and do the other side. So again, if you're on playback, you can do every exercise on one side without transferring the weight or changing legs. So pointing and flexing, we're nearly there. So 30 lifts of these. If you've just joined me, don't worry, you can play back, but also this will really work your thighs. My daughter said to me, "Mummy, what works the inside of the thighs?" Well, always remember, this will stretch the muscles, but the best thing is clam, so that you open and close. We did these just a little while ago. And the other one, which I'm going to finish with today, which I'll show you before we go off the line. So we've already done 10. Notice here I'm pointing to go up, flexing the heel to come down. So the toes are pointing, heels flexing. This will work the calf muscles and really stretch the thighs on the legs as well. Nearly there. Should start to feel an ache now. 10 more left. Last 2. You should feel an ouch now. Good. Now roll onto your back, but bend the knees so you come up safely. The last exercise I'm going to leave with you today, although we haven't really used the mat, is to keep a gap between the legs and place your hands between the legs, or both hands, and push the feet together. So you're going to squeeze against your hands. You can see actually on the outside of my thighs are contracting. So this is going to work all of the quadricep muscles. It's going to work your abductors and adductors between the legs. Now you can also use a ball between the legs. So you're squeezing against the ball or against the thighs. So again, if you place it between the calves, the thighs are contracting. And if you get a straight back as well, place the hands around the outside of the thighs. You can feel the contraction on the thighs. I have done these in classes before. Another alternative, if you want to make it harder, is to grab a band and wrap it around the thighs. You can actually tie it if you wish to. And then you're pushing against the band. So again, you can really feel a contraction. So you've got two alternatives there. So again, keep pushing each leg against each other. You probably can't sit very well from the camera, hence why I'm trying to demonstrate. So if I put my hands between my legs, I can feel my thighs against my hands. I'm going to just do 30 of those. We've done 15 so far, so I'm halfway. The straighter the back here, the better on the bowels and lower back. So you're stretching through the vertebrae. And if you lift the chin, you actually keep the cervical spine in line with the lower spine. 4 more. So your lumbar spine should feel so much better already from the work you've done this morning. So nice, easy Pilates exercises. A little tip, if you are doing Pilates with other instructors, if you have one of the above conditions, please do not do full roll-ups from the floor. It is dangerous for the baby, for your tummy, for the bowel and the lower back. If you want to join in with those exercises, hopefully they'll give you alternatives. Keep the knees bent or protect the back with a ball underneath. 4 more when ready. And then we're going to stretch the upper body. I'm just going to release the band. I'm going to go down to my toes, now stretching through the back. Now if you've got a belly in the way and it gets in the way, open the legs, you can still go down. Last stretch, 2 breaths. Breathe in, head down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take care, have a lovely day, and we hope to see you tomorrow. Take it easy and share this with people you know maybe you can't get any exercise at the minute and have those conditions. Love and leave you. Take care. Bye bye now.